Oftentimes when people think about brand, the first thing that comes to mind is the logo. However, on today's episode, I'm going to be giving you 3 key components of rebranding, because the logo is not the only part of the brand. It is a symbol of the brand, but there's a lot more evolving around it. So if you're engaging in a rebranding process, for example, or you're a brand new business looking to create a brand, for example, listening to this podcast or watching this video will give you everything you need to know to help you have a brand that will stand out and be successful. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel by clicking that subscribe button. Don't forget to join the notification squad, because weekly, every single week, we release a brand new video like this one to add value to you if you're a business owner. And with that being said, let's jump straight into today's topic. The first point we're going to consider is your brand mission and values. Before you even start considering a logo, before you start putting down some ideas, whether that's drawing or whether that's anything else in terms of using graphic softwares like Illustrator or Photoshop, or whether you're paying somebody to do the logo or anything else around the branding for you, you need to consider your mission and your values. What do you want to be known for? What are your objectives? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? Because oftentimes people go the other way and just create a logo and then try and build everything around that. You need to know what your mission is. What are you trying to achieve? What are the values that you want to be synonymous with the company? Let's take an example let's look at an example like Apple. So you look at Apple, you see the Apple brand, what do you see? You see sophistication, you see slickness, you see high tech. You look at somebody like Amazon, the colors that they've used, the typography, the way that things are laid out, it all relates to their mission. They want to be that one-stop shop for everything you can need from a retail perspective, and they want to be that best company for customer service that dictates the color that they've used and things that they've done to influence the logo. So first things first, consider the mission, consider the values. What do you want to be known for as a company? When you do that, that will then influence the logo and everything else surrounding the branding. Which leads me to my next point, the logo. What exactly am I referring to? So we talked about the mission, we talked about the values. Now that you've got a concept of what you want to be known for as a business, then you translate that into your logo. Your logo needs to be able to stand out, because oftentimes every business has a lot of competitors. Even that I hear business owners say I don't have competitors, but it's absolute nonsense. There are literally maybe 1% of the 1% of businesses that don't have competitors. You need to be able to stand out. Your logo needs to be fresh, it needs to be bright, it needs to stand out through a crowd, whether it's the typography that you use, whether it's the color that you use, whether it's the kind of shape, the iconography. Your logo needs to stand out so that when customers are looking for what you do and the type of companies that you are, and they're browsing your competitors, when they spot your logo, they need to be able to differentiate it from others. That means try not to use all the free logo softwares that are out there, because what you then see is so many different companies that does 1,000,001 different things to what you do, also have the same logo representation as you. So very, very important when it comes to rebranding. Once you know your vision, once you know your mission, once you know your values, you put that into a logo that then stands out to help your company. And finally, once you have those first 2 points, it helps you create the final point I'm going to talk about. But before I give you that point, if you haven't already, do me a favor and click the thumbs up on this video, and don't forget to share it to another business owner. But with that being said, the last point is to create a brand guidelines. What that means is a piece of document that details how your brand should be portrayed, the mission, the core values that you want to be standing for, the color that you're using, where the logo should be placed, how it shouldn't be stretched, for example, what color scheme in terms of the code. That way, if it's a web format, every piece of item that the logo is stood on and it's sat on is consistent. Whether it's print, in terms of if the logo needs to be on the left-hand corner, or if you don't mind where it is, in terms of the height of the logo, the space between the logo and text. Creating a brand guidelines helps you systemize your branding. And when you do that, repetitively, once people start seeing the same brand in the same format, in the same place, with the same color, they recognize the brand and it helps you stand out. I'd love to hear from you. What kind of questions do you have around branding? What's the best brand that you've seen in your opinion? Leave them in the comments and I will personally get back to you. My name is Stephen Soladimi, or you can call me Mr. SOS. Till next time, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to have a wonderful week, and bye for now.